Well, hi, air signs. It's Kimberly. Today's date is 8/2/2020, and it is 9:22 in the morning. So, good morning. Um, Maybe something you want to complete in double choices as well. You know, 2 and 2 is a master number of 4, so that's a good stability start right now. So let's look at it. We're going to use my cards. I already pre-meditated and mixed them, but I'm going to do some more, okay? They were a little loud. This is my first deck in the wooden form anyway. I have several that I use, but, you know, you guys, I did earth, I did fire, I did a collective, but that's it. So we're going to look at our beautiful air signs to see what maybe you came through the door with, you know, what you had in mind, you know, what you left. We're going to get a deep look. I'm also going to look at some smaller aspects. These have all the major arcana, so they're like Karma Dharma cards. Tell you what you really are looking at in a major decision, not such a smaller arcana card, but we will back it up, okay? So this is for our lovely air signs. Let's see what's going on. Now, I'm going to break it in 3, right? So right now, we're going to look at Aquarius, because we're coming into Aquarius. I want Aquarius first, that's what I'm told. Then we'll go into Gemini and then Libra, okay? So this is for Aquarius. Well, see, Hermit, the all-knowing, right? Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. Maybe there's something that you really want to change in a daily activity. You have that hidden wisdom as well with that. There's a real opening here. There's been a lot of growth, but there also has been something letting go, which we all did in an emotional stage, right? But there's been such real growth right here within yourself, because if you're coming through with that wisdom to begin something, to work through the blocks as well, you know, you're doing all right. Here's your crown thought. Is there something, you know, that's, you know, was released that you held for a long time? Because it come up like this. Is there something that you don't know? Is somebody keeping something from you that you should know? You know, and I think that's what your inner wisdom is trying to kick in with that high priestess. I want to say it's upside down. So, you know, it's also not holding something. Maybe there's something that you released. You began to unblock that. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I knew it. Because it's showing me the wheel going up, right? Coming through this door. So I like it, Aquarius says. I like the way you are right now. You know, the 2nd of August, you're coming through. You know, there's something really that the wheel's going to go up for. And it could be to do with soulmates. Now, here's your counterpart as far as air suit of a Gemini. So that means a duality in something, also communication, right? The lovers lean on each other, co-create together, right? They lean on each other, they become something, right? So, you know, they make roots. You know, roots start, you know, they lean on each other. So it's definite soulmate energy. And also a past soulmate energy, okay? Because the wheel, I want to say, has been held for a minute. A lot of the things that maybe you went around with, that maybe you released, that you already had a deep knowing to. So a lot of downloads, but there's been a lot of communication for you too, okay? Yeah, a lot of balancing your energy. You know, the justice is, here's your other component. So I found that very unique that it came out with you with grabbing something, and here are your components back to back, which would be the Gemini and the Libra, right? So your air element is really turning here, and you know, coming into Aquarius. That new moon is coming up, so I want to say you want to balance something. It could be something to do with justice, of course, there within a soulmate. Maybe, you know, you feel that the wheel has to move, or you want to move a wheel with soulmates, okay? Or you want to balance your energy to let love in. There's something that you're thinking about, something you've been holding for a minute. Maybe you were hermiting a long time, as we all were in the quarantine, because that energy is present. I want to get an overall energy at this time to find out what that is. So, well, okay, they're already talking to you. Listen, maybe you weren't using your wisdom with something. That's why the high priestess was reversed. You know, maybe you feel like there's something you didn't see. Somebody's holding something from you. Let's see what the wheel is. Well, maybe your faith. Maybe you're letting somebody else take away, with things. That's a real gift, Aquarius, when you come through and you go through a lot of lessons, to keep a faith, to keep that wisdom, to know to love no matter what, to keep this heart open, because in the darkness of the lessons take over and then you don't want to move forward. So there's something that you realized, you balanced out for yourself, and I believe that's faith. You could be arising spiritually, looking at soulmates in a different form, finding the equal energy, awaken era, that knowledge right here, right? Maybe there was a relationship that you were losing faith in, or you've had it hard with soulmates. See that? There's been a lot of ups and downs. Love hurts, but sometimes love has to hurt for you to find the one that really absorbs. And if you learn to, really work through that pain. Yes, some of the things that we experience really rips our hearts out. But if you keep, like family, for instance, if you keep that family, that glue, no one, nothing, the knowledge is nothing can take away your faith. And that's why I think the wheel went up. Nothing can stop you in looking to a brighter side with soulmates. That's your hidden knowledge. I love your energy. Let's see what a crown thought might be. Look, judgment. Maybe the universe is stepping in. Maybe there were tower moments that you had to reflect with and really think why the relationships are upside down, Yeah, there was an unknown. Maybe there was an unknown with a Pisces and a Scorpio. So unknown with emotions right here. Because it went air and water. Water's the next one. And I almost wanted to do water first, but they told me air. So here it came right out in the crown thought. So maybe there is something in the water signs that you should look at, Aquarius, because it came prominent with you, okay? Yeah, there was a tower. I knew there was a tower coming. And I think, maybe you feel like it, right now coming through that door, is there going to be another tower moment? Maybe you don't want nothing to do with love. You just have faith in receiving knowledge, just, daily Virgo. Maybe you're not thinking about it so much, right? Because something hurt right there. Yeah, you're healing over something, crown thought. The sun is right there for you. It's like you're walking into it. So whatever you're going to do in mid-August, the sun lays right there. I mean, come on, I want to see what that is. Maybe you didn't realize, you didn't think love was going to come to you, or, this is what you were thinking of, love, or past relationships. Finally letting go of something, finally letting go of a tower moment, because the sun's right there. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, strength. Strength is strong, it's younger years, right? But it also provides that strength to let that sun still in, to let that love in your heart, to at least turn it to a positive, keeping that faith. That's what it's saying. Something strong. You might be dealing with a Leo, you might be dealing with a Scorpio, you might be dealing with a Pisces, an Aries, and a Virgo is on the board. Also Gemini. Yeah, so look, family's coming up. Ancestors. So even, just the knowledge of keeping your heart open for your family members as they go around the wheel, you have a strong aspect of helping them see the unknown, maybe the shallow side, working through the thick, never seeing the thin, because you know how the bloodline runs thick, right? It's thicker than water. So I love the way that strength, and even if they don't feel it, you keep that faith of family. Yeah, it's very sensual. Me too. So I feel the same way, Aquarius. There's something that you're thinking about. Maybe you're thinking about family, or you're projecting because this person thinks. Let's see what that is. I'm going to also look at your door. So it's very sacred to you, your soulmates, which I do like. There's a strong sense of unknown. There's been a lot of tower moments, but this is what maybe you reflected in your emotions. Yeah. So you're actually manifesting right here. And maybe you're not saying nothing with a plan, right, Aquarius? Maybe you're not saying nothing, but you're manifesting something. You're thinking about a Gemini, Aries. You're thinking about ancestors, grandmother energy, the all-knowing energy, the highest energy. For some reason, this is what I see, the root of it, where you are going to expand the truth. Opening that crown chakra, using manifestation at its finest. It's also trying to tell you, coming into your full moon, in this Lion's Gate. Aquarius, you're powerful right here. There's a lot of good things coming up to you, maybe that you noticed in reflection of the double Cancer placements, which sits right here, that some healing has immense from some past Tower moments. So you have almost a relief in a way. Yeah, there's a lot of lessons learned from someone, that really showed you maybe to bend both ways, not just the one way. If it come up reverse, it's bending one way, just hitting a brick wall, not, because that bird, if it was a bird, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's growth. So in a lesson. Something you might have been stuck with, especially with a Taurus to grab. We have two earth signs. It could be a Capricorn that you're looking at ancestry knowledge. You're absorbing it too. You're really taking it in and thinking about it too with this. The sanctuary means sitting out there, really reflecting. That's manifestation at its finest. So please, I love the fact that the faith is upright here for you guys. I love that because I'm glad to see that through the door. You're going to notice something in the first week of how that wheel went up and maybe a different perspective of another family member because ancestors are here. Yeah, maybe you weren't reflecting their perception. So, maybe you were only looking at it at your own perception, but you're going to start to notice something, that's very, very deep right there coming into August. It has to do with ancestors. But you're going to notice a different reflection there. Yeah, you're going to see a balance once you look at why the wheel went down, of course, what needed to be balanced, right? And then that unknown here, why that Tower moment happened, and you used your judgment in a different way to notice a different reflection. You're going to notice something there. Let's see what this is in the middle of your story. I like that. Yes, some healing, some movement, the star energy. Here you are, Aquarius, in your own story. In the story part, the stem of this tree on my table that I drew and burned. And it is a family table, so of course there was strength gained in a family wisdom of how another ancestor looked at something and or relationship, where there was no love in there, but where there was a strong lesson with the hyphenate. So, wow, a family member, really, you gave a different perception. You released a shallow self. You didn't realize maybe what that person was holding dark, came in upside down. You didn't realize, but here you are looking at that lesson, that hyphenate that lays there. If you notice, this person is looking right at that hyphenate. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Also standing at the gate, not saying nothing. Here maybe upside down, you weren't really willing for a while to balance something out. But there's going to be a healing in the middle of August. I don't know why I'm saying January. Look where you were in January last year is what I'm hearing. So something happened in January with a soulmate that maybe you're reflecting, and there was a lesson learned. It was a strong tower for somebody else. You have a sun sign, you have fire sign, you also have an earth sign here, Taurus, to grab the healing of the star, to move forward. So there may have been a hidden lesson in that. Yeah, there was something you were protecting. Maybe you were blocking your heart in the shallow self, not wanting to face that because shallow self came upside down. And I usually don't read these upside down. I will give you a hint, and maybe there was a perspective that you had to look at it a different way. You will find harmony, though, that's there. You are protecting your heart in a lot of ways. There's something that you had to learn that you kept secret for a minute. That was the first card. And that you're afraid, almost protecting for that to have been revealed because you feel you'll lose something. You have faith in a relationship, but there's some kind of wisdom about a relationship that you found out. And it needs to be balanced because, of course, justice is there, balance in the scales, but you're protecting an energy. You're thinking about, wow, how can we smooth this out? And you weren't looking at the shallows yet. You weren't awake yet, right? So be careful the way you manifest again in perception right here, because this is you. Wow. This is you coming in. And if you feel something in the shallows weren't dealt with, you're going to deal with them again in this portal. So that's just a hint You know, that knowledge, you know, maybe you know you're dealing with a family member that refuses to give up. You know, they're so strong that you realize something, because strength is right here double time with a sun. And the star underneath it is definitely a strong will, and also a lesson to keep that faith. So I like it. But there's something that you're holding. Yeah. It will be revealed, or you're realizing, maybe, you know, you just let loose. Maybe you're really wasn't thinking, or maybe you're going to ancestors for help. Maybe you're going, finally talking about a tower moment. There was an unknown about it, getting a different perspective from a family member, maybe to help you manifest in this. Take it was resonates, but there's going to become peace. Yeah, there's something that wasn't grounded in this hermit stage that seemed to be here, because that came upside down too. That would be the need to go out, you know, the need to ground yourself, to ground your reflection, to ground your energies. And then the relationships, that maybe the nostalgia or dilemma that you feel in there with family or soulmates will disperse. A lot of time alone, needing to go outside. So we all feel that. You know, maybe you've been in the house with the quarantine and afraid to go outside. I feel that, you know, there's like a nervous energy of this shift. You know, the world moves slow. We're the ones doing the healing inside. The outside world moves slow. You know, like things are going to be there when you get back. You know what I'm saying? So if there's something that you had to really regain in faith in family and stuff like that, you're going to find it. Also, you know, there was something you weren't using your intuition with, you know, in patience, while we had to stand there and hang there in quarantine. We kind of all lost our will to think, what are we going to do? It was a nervous energy. You know, you might have had immature reaction to the way you were reflecting, or an immature action to the way the hermit went, right? You weren't using your intuition on some of the things. Some people were wearing masks, some people weren't. Some people were afraid to go outside, you know. But there's something that you've been reflecting a minute, you know, and I think you're going to find that balance. You know, you weren't using your intuition in something. They said mix that, please, so I am. Yep. It was a positive and negative energy. It was a surrounding of a positive. I think that's where that reflection came in. You could be dealing with somebody else or yourself, you know, or even the way you were manifesting, thinking about something from afar, missing something but not saying nothing, holding it in, caused a balance of an unemotional energy, plus in quarantine. Then you realize this lesson. Peace is right there. So I think once this is released right here where the wheel can go up, you're going to have a better reflection. You go through the shallow self. You're also not going to be protecting your heart as much, or there's something that you're protecting down here. You're keeping it on the down low. You're protecting it. There's light above you, but it's almost like, what are you dragging forward with you? Is there something that needs to be revealed, or somebody that you need to speak with to harmonize something? And it's like, you know it. You know there's a major healing that has to take place in soulmate that must be grounded. You know, maybe, you know, being away from them in the quarantine is a strong urge to call on your soulmates, to have a sense of peace of family. Strength again. Double strength is on the board here for Crown Thought. So there's been a lot of movement. Oh, yeah, and patience. With a Sagittarius as well. Aquarius, Sag is on the board, because Aquarius and Sag sit right here. Gemini sits right here. Pisces sits right here, and Scorpio. We also have Taurus as well. And let's not forget your first card, the hyphenate, the lesson within family. So there's somebody around you that's using your intuition. Could be a mother. Maybe you're getting advice from a mother, an older grandmother energy. I knew that was coming forward. You want peace with that energy. You want to ground it. Maybe you're worried about an older ancestor in this quarantine, and you're thinking how they're doing. Yeah, but you resist. You don't go through it. You resist something. You refuse to ground it. You know it, but you refuse to ground it. Yeah, it's incomplete. The world, something is unfinished with an older energy. You're waiting for a reaction with it. You know, sanctuary, you know it. You really want peace, but there's no action. Could be a karmic partner with a family member, but there's no action. Whoever you're dealing with, it could be an Aries. They've awakened. They're using their intuition, if that's what you're dealing with. Also, they're really moving the wheel. They're going forward. You feel this. You feel this separation. There's a Cancer change in placement. Yeah, you're thinking about this. Here's another Aries. The Aries can find a way out too. This represents the Hangman, could represent Aries as well. But they figure it out, you know, that maybe there's something they have to release that was never attached, right? Was the growth going the wrong way? So, you know, they reflected to an opening of that why, you know, which is an opening. There's stairs down here, you know, walking up a hill, walking up to the knowledge, the tree, finding that to move forward. The Hangman is a stagnation. So temperance is right there, you know. There was something, you know, the emperor could be controlling, but they think of family and ancestors in a whole. So something that this empress said in a lesson made you reflect something. It brought you into a stage of thinking of that hermit, like, wow, look at that perception. Wow, wow, I see where she's coming from or he's coming from. It doesn't have to be he or she. Right, I see why that protection is there and the need to balance something. So from non-action from yourself, you're going to notice something in coming towards the end of July, coming into September. Yeah, there's going to be a, where wasn't being moved, because that's upside down. Here's the Fool right side up. My signature's there that says life. Because sometimes we all act a fool, you know. But it is beginning of growth, you know. It's the beginning of it. It's reaching out, putting all your ducks in a row. You know, maybe the Fool don't know which duck goes, but you know what? They just look at the stairs in front of them and say, I'm going to go without thinking. But it's also a new movement. You realize that their patience is wearing thin. You're reflecting that, you know, you're thinking they're coming back, but there's some truth they're bringing in. You don't want to face the shallow self. There's scorpionic energy with an energy. They both represent lessons. Hyphenate, the teacher, right? Somebody wiser. If you've been through something, sometimes that's the way you gain your knowledge to move forward, the reflection of what you did. So there's actually a reflection, a transformation of maybe battling a negative and a positive has only gone one way. So there's almost a giving up there, a transformation. And that was the transformation. But sanctuary, you know, family was involved, so it's hard to hold. It gives that heavy energy, a strong, heavy energy of water over you. So something that you really want to move forward with, it means a lot to you. You're going to reflect it. I know it has to do with family, but there's a shallow self or perception of another in reasons why they protected something and tried to keep a balance. And you realized you were fighting against that when harmony was trying to be there in peace, which wasn't being grounded. It was being resisted with a devil energy, a Capricorn. Virgo leading it. It's a grab. So there was something of an unnature here, you know, something that this needs to be grounded, go outside, get your energies, and, you know, maybe the other energies, you know, in the Capricorn were not grounding that, you know, and then there was an Aries, Aquarius, or the Leo that were trying to ground that emotional stage of that Cancer placement. I see that. So what's coming up for you is a realization. But it's going to give you harmony and peace as well. I want to get a smaller aspect. We're going to leave that resistance, because what are you resistance with the high priestess there? That also means holding something. Oh, there's one sitting here. I want to see what that is. It's you know, not looking at it, just ignorance of it, you know, not finding that inner peace because there's something that you're holding. You know it. Yeah. You'll find a way, though. You know, maybe you're worried about business and your future, and love, you know, or apology to a something you were working on with a Capricorn, and it had to do with love. You're gonna walk away from Aquarius. Yeah, you're just not saying nothing. You don't feel there's no love. This would be the king of love. This would be, but you came with a cup, but when you realized all of this came with it, how hard you had to work, you're going to walk away from it anyway. You could be dealing with a cancer. Yeah, you feel it's a burden. You feel their ancestors are burdens. Not so much the relationship, but their ancestors. Yeah, you don't want to look at any of the emotions, or maybe who you're, the Capricorn you're with is holding such emotions and walking away that you feel like you're working a lot on yourself, right? The wish is on the floor. Maybe what you wished for isn't there. It's not strong. There's a nervous energy to tell this. So you're holding a relationship that, really you're trying to be patient with, but, why would you want to be patient with something that you feel is strong? There's a strong of not saying anything, that you really want to go somewhere else. You want to go to Paradise Island, but you don't want to bring this with you. Could be the ancestors. It could be a Capricorn that you are currently dating or going through the door with that really isn't your wish. You're going to walk away. You feel bad, you want to say sorry, but you don't want to hurt them, but the truth is really killing you. You're just resisting not to really bring what you truly feel. That's why there's not an enchantment feeling inside yourself, because it burdens you. You're working on holding the emotions and say, instead of saying what you really feel with the secret there, I'm going to give it to you. It's not what you want to do. Somebody in this reading is going through a door with a relationship that families don't get along. You're really not happy in the situation. Maybe you in your younger years, that's why the sun, the Leo, the strength kept coming out. An immature decision is something you don't want to drag forward anymore. But there's another person in a whole family that because you can't stand up, or whoever this is for, maybe they're doing this to you. They can't stand up and say, this ain't working out. I want to drop these emotions. This feels burdensome to me. I thought I wanted this in the past. But you know what? I feel it ain't stable. And that's what you want to rest with. But you have to have the courage to tell somebody, I love you in a lot of ways, but the love didn't grow the way it should have. Quite clear. You want to cut it off. But you're holding someone's heart so you feel ready to use that sword. Meanwhile, they have an intention that, it's really going this way. That's why this faith and this love here and the wisdom of what you're trying to balance, or someone's trying to balance with you, is being held. I know this reading is right there. I usually don't go so blunt. But I feel bad for the person that really believes there's going to be a transformation, but doesn't. And that seems to be the Capricorn sign, the root of it, that's going to get hurt. It's mean. It also takes courage to stand up to say, hey, this is what I want. It takes courage. Scorpio, young Scorpios involved. Yeah, and an Aquarius. Aquarius, Scorpio cusp maybe. And a Capricorn. I ain't playing. That's a path, man, that you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to master that movement, because you got to look at what you're carrying through this door. What you truly want is harmony. You want to slow it down with the Sag. Sag would be to procrastinate, to slow down, to hold, to never really complete, to find a balance too. That's that energy. Mm-hmm. So you're holding this in. You love this person, but you're afraid to disappoint this person because somebody else knew it, an ancestor knew it, why, how burdened, and what the lesson was going to be. And now you almost don't want to admit that, or somebody don't want to admit that, wow, that's really is what I'm holding. It seems so good in the younger strength years, but now that I'm growing older, you could have an older person that you're dealing with. It's not going to be complete. It's going to cause a lot of karma. Aquarius, I can't believe this. I almost want to put your reading up separate. 29 minutes in. I don't know. You're going to find clarity to it, you know. Hopefully you find the courage to move forward, you know what I mean, and find what you really want, your wishes. But it's a very young energy I'm feeling, so it might not be for all of you guys. Please take what resonates, leave what don't. I don't want you to think, you know, this was a specific message that somebody had to log on to this here. Because normally I don't just push the lesson out, but I can see the hurt right here. But the truth, that's why it's not enchantment. That's why it don't feel right. You know, everybody goes into a first love situation when they're young. They learn a lot, you know. When the person's too young, you know, everybody goes through this. We don't use our wisdom, but we always keep our faith that everything happens for a reason. If you address to this person, they probably already feel the energy that you don't want to do this, or that's what they're afraid of. You know, really, Aquarius, think about it. That's what they're telling you. Think about it. You know, there's a healing coming in. You've got to let the healing happen with that Capricorn closed case. That would be the strength. That would be the right thing to do, to manifest where the wheel is really going up, not a false wheel. Because it gives somebody else false hope. Or somebody's doing this to you. Who you could take what resonates. I know my readings are a little bit punchy, but when, you know, I don't know, I can't explain it. I'm just reading it the way I want to listen. Is this is a bird, and you feel the ancestors are a bird, and you've been thinking about it for a minute. I think some ancestors already knew how you felt. There's somebody around you that's very intuitive. They already seen it coming. Yes, you know, everybody has to go through their own lesson, but you already know the inner truth. That's why I think, or somebody that you're dealing with already knows this. So, you know, I think there's going to be a big switch in a relationship there. Maybe one that you were gaining, somebody coming back around, and one that you were leaving. So, we're going to close this out. We're going to go right into Gemini. You know, it's weird how both your suits in your communication, in the way your thought process is, because that's what you're the water bearer themselves. So if a water bearer is upside down, you know, that says something, because they're the healers of the zodiac, you know. They're the Venus, the love. Yeah, Gemini. Let's go into Gemini. Let me make sure everything is facing down for Gemini, please. You know, I'm ending Aquarius. Thank you. Hopefully you master that movement. Cancerian did end with you. There is an unknown Aquarius that you're going to deal with in this portal. You know, the door is open. You know, we still have time, 7 days, to express what we really feel. And a lot of us have that communication from you guys, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Because you guys are the communication. One brings a duality in something in our choices. One brings some healing, you know, and one balances. That's your suits, what they do. For the other signs, for all of us in a whole. So, water bearer, think about something. Ancestors are asking you. All right, here we go, Gemini. All right, there's a Fool energy, a Leo around you, okay, that you might feel is upside down. I'm going to leave the Fool energy, hopefully in a right-sized manner. Maybe there'll be some growth in you. You know, there's a life that you led that was a really hard hill. You know, you felt like there was a lot of blocks. You've been trying to get your ducks in a row, but your feathers have been ruffled in the later years. I see that. You're really trying to reach for something, but you feel there's a block. I see 2 people there as well. There's a starfish Aquarius in this picture as well. And there's something like a sludge. You've been in the lower energies for a minute. I don't know why they had me read that card, but they did. Yeah, there's an unknown. Maybe there was a Pisces, you know, something of an unknown or fear, or there's something working on behind the scenes with you, Gemini. Yeah, maybe, you know, judgment, they're asking you, you know, is here. There's been a lot of tower moments where judgment had to come in for yourself and something else. Yeah, there was a lot of healing that didn't take place. I'm sorry to say that. Through the door. Maybe you're reflecting, where do you go? You're looking at a Leo. You know, you're looking at a Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, an unknown, emotional, healing, or path. Yeah, you feel Leo is not strong. You worry about that. There's a fear about that there's a Leo, that there's no movement with a Leo. But guess what? There's a Scorpio energy of a lesson in yourself. See, you've got that moon backing you up, but it does seem a little scary right there. It's not strong. You know those blocks. You know where the ducks have to be in a row. You know that far-reaching. You're actually going through that. You managed to go through that because the branch did take root around the mountain. You did have that death, that transformation of something coming in the door. You're right here with it. So there's something you're thinking about. Could be a Leo. Yeah. You're going to master a movement. You're going to really transform. A Scorpio is also backing you up. You have a Scorpio and a Cancer backing you up. Okay, that could be a reference to something you want to ground. Yeah, here's yourself. Beautiful. Oh, just beautiful. There's been communication. There's something in your choices that you said, wow, I got to move with. Let's see why this fool's here. Let's get an underlining energy. Okay. This is for Gemini, please. Okay, all right, I'll take the 2. So listen, there's something, I knew it, because something that, this playfulness you're not feeling right now, but coming in August, you remember good times with a Leo, right? There's a dream of yours to move forward. There's an unknown fear, but you'll find a way because you come up upright. You're going to center a lot of things. I hope you were seeing this. I didn't realize that was, yeah, you're going to center a lot of things. I'm sorry if there was a block in the camera. I didn't realize it, okay? But you're going to center a lot of things. You're keeping the playfulness, something that wasn't strong. You're thinking about a Leo. You did come up right. There's going to be an adventure, and with him or her, whoever this is, there's hope that you'll move forward with a Leo. And I think you are, because there's a transformation. There's something you're centering in yourself. This person really is a mirror image, looking at themselves, looking afar. There's a child behind you looking at you. See the child back there? I see a child back there looking up right here. There's some shallow work that you're doing. You're really projecting. You're thinking about that growth. All right? You're looking at your true self, where that expansion and blocks were. I love it. Yeah, you're keeping faith. Let's see what lovers are. Through the door, Gemini, there's a playfulness about you. I think you know things, or you're witnessing somebody transform. It's something that you wanted. Yeah. Look. Well, you look at that. You found beauty in something. Could be a mother energy. It could be yourself. You found, growth in yourself with all those flowers. Yeah, I knew faith was going to come out for you. You kept the faith in something, in soulmates, and that's a beautiful energy to have, especially with Aquarius working on seeing a different perception of your same suit in family. You have the ability to say it's okay to move forward. It's okay to make mistakes. We still love each other. I like your energy. There's been a beautiful transition of not giving up, the real courage to move forward. I like it. Let's see what's in your story. Well, look at this. You found balance in this transformation. You found an energy. You could be dealing with justice, but you also found something that you were centering. There's something that you really think that you could bring to the table that would help center or balance energies in yourself. Yeah, you don't want to hold something anymore. You're really releasing your choices, maybe that transition you have made. You're not holding the lesson. You're finding the beauty in it. So you're understanding karma. You're understanding life lessons. You're also, really remaining strong in a heart to try to stay playful, even if things weren't strong. You're thinking of a Leo, and you're also thinking of a Capricorn sign. Something that, you really would like to balance. You're holding it. You're not saying anything. You think they're beautiful. You appreciate the way they help you centered in the adventure and had hope. They helped you with the hope situation. There's been a tower moment with that, above it, handling that now. They said you're handling that now. You're centerizing that. You're still trying to keep that faith. Keep that faith. You know what I mean? Something's not strong. You can feel something's wrong. Yeah, maybe with a mom, with a justice system, with a lot of towers. This is a mother energy. You know, maybe trying to centerize a lot of things and remaining hope, but there's a lot of things that you had to transform that might have been toxic and you're afraid to admit that. Yeah. So you feel, you know, paid a lot of karma off where you didn't use your intuition as well. Also, that your energy that maybe through this hard time still completed a lot. So maybe if it's a mother, you realize that through a lot of towers they centered it. You know, maybe they were a young mother or you were a young father. Either they're saying that, you know. But you found a way now, because in the middle of this, you're done reflecting. You want to move. I think you were looking at someone as, were they telling the truth? Were they really scented? Why is this strong? Where is their youth back? They used to be beautiful, but so many towers has taken that. You're looking at something. Yeah, you're looking at a fire sign. You're looking at a younger years with a fire sign. You're looking at younger years with a Capricorn. You're also looking at tower moments and what has been held, what has not been strong, and where there's hope. So, you know, that's a good intention, because you're also reflecting the beauty in a lesson. Yeah. Here you are finding a way. So you're really concentrating on your movement. It's something that's going to happen fast to you. You're going to be pleased with it because you got the sun here. Underlining energies is where the wheel wasn't going up. They want you to be careful the way you're acting, the way you're losing your patience. Maybe you're losing your patience. You've been in a hermit mode for a minute. You felt the wheel hasn't gone up. You want healing to immense. But there's almost a giving up right here. Like there's no way. Because this person also reflects, but you're not even looking at a reflection. You're just dealing with a lot of toxic. Let's get a small thing. You're dealing with a Capricorn, dealing with a Leo, you're dealing with a Libra or a Justice in a transformation of a lesson of a Scorpio. The wheel is not going up right now, but you're also manifesting this. You're not putting your part in. This is, you know, maybe lowering defenses, which I kind of like too. See, you're trying to lower defenses. You're just trying to go with the flow, but there's a lot of chaos around you. Yeah, there's a lesson here. You're trying to go with a lesson. Go with grabbing that wheel. Maybe you're trying to force the wheel, because why is the wheel upside down here? There is a magician energy. There's magician energy here. There's an Aries. You know, maybe you're not helping a wheel go around to a positive. You know, maybe another fire sign has an idea, and slowly but surely they're working on it where you're not. You're putting a block, or it's putting a block in you. Either one is something you have to heal here. Fool, move forward. You got it. So it's something holding you that's blocking your sun. You know, slow and steadily, you're working on that. And movement is so slow for the wheel for you. You just think the lessons learned and there's no more to work. You think this is it. This is the tower. It's done. You know, maybe you don't know where you're going, but where's that hope that clearly starts here with you? There's a root issue that you're nervous about. You think about it a lot. It's to do with a Leo. You want to communicate with a Capricorn sign. Hopefully, I think you really expected something here to go up. You tried to do something with the wheel, or have somebody else hold a spot in your wheel until you can get your lessons together. And then you can try to manifest, but that didn't happen. It wasn't worked on. So there's a real disappointment right here, something you can't control, but it feels like an entrapment. You don't know how to work on it. You're just hoping that there's a mother energy, or there's an energy of an older person around that will try to give a balance, so you can at least have a chance for an equal give and take and put some of that hurt down. But you feel like, you know, you're going to do it alone. There is going to be prosperity, but you feel like somebody or yourself is doing it all by themselves, and it's a lot to handle. And that's not what you wanted. You wanted to help them. But there has been a block there in your movement. It's been a block in a Leo's movement. It's been a block in a Capricorn's movement. A block in an Aries movement. And an Emperor. You're thinking, don't beat yourself up. If you're a male or a father, or you don't have to be a mother or a father, but you're beating yourself up here about something, and you're holding it, you're not releasing it. You know, you don't know what to do with this right now. but you're being patient. That's one thing why that came out, is because you're being patient. You're thinking about where it was upside down that you had to solarize, where the communication wasn't right, what those wants that were strong in thoughts but didn't bring prosperity. All right, so there's something that you're waiting for. I want to say at the end of August, you know, there's going to be a stronghold. There's a Capricorn there. You're trying to work with a Capricorn in a lesson, in a soulmate. There you are, in yourself. So there's something you're going to notice in a Capricorn. There's something you're going to notice in a Leo. Because there's something you're going to notice in maybe more than one Leo as well here. Because the sun came out twice. You know, maybe there was another Leo. This could be a family matter and soulmates that you feel there is no good benefit to. It's a very strong relationship that you're juggling right here. But it's going to find you clarity, because here you are. There's Libra and Gemini working together. Your air suits are really working to alter a switch, you know, to clear out the air, to get what you have to absorb in that lesson, in that shallow self, to realize something. There's going to be some playfulness, but be careful the way you play. You don't want it to hit you in the butt, and I think that's what this lesson is, the beauty of it. Yeah, you're going to work on it and display a different journey, and you know it coming in this door. I like your confidence. I like the way you really found beauty in a lesson. I like the way you're ready to let a healing heart, you know, you're really releasing that toxic, you know, you're really trying to work with something. Yeah, you're reflecting a different way, both ending up with Hangman, see? And they both came upside down in Hangman. So, you know, yeah, you're going to find a way. I like your energy, definitely. You know, you were blocking something for a minute. You didn't realize what you had in front of you. You weren't willing to look at it. But you're going to find clarity real fast. You're going to have to make clear decisions, clear action, but all your swords are backing you up. You're going to hold that sword of truth. You're going to change those decisions, and your heart's going to run a different way. They might be really trying to clear out your heart. That's what I'm telling you. To find that beauty in yourself, you know, to that transition right there, to have faith that it'll all be okay. That it helped you in a way. Beautiful that you ended up with yourself with a reflection of finding the beauty, letting go of what was held. You know, you're going to celebrate and bring three things together. It will be a victory. I had to give it to you because I could feel it. I just wanted you to see it in your own cards. You know, once you reflect what was toxic and you wind up with the Hangman reverse, it's finding a way. It's not going up to the top with no way out. You're really managing to grow the right way. I just love your energy. You accepted, you paid off a lot of karma, you know, maybe you have some coming, but you know, everybody does. Karma never ends. You could do a better, you know, situation of karma, you know, by working it off and making amends, but, you know, karma sits there for a minute. I love the way you're going to keep this. There's something that you're coming with, air element, and it's a dream. I'm keeping that for you, because now we're going into the last Libra. Let's see what is actually balanced. Justice was sitting there waiting for you, you know, in an adventure. So, you know, the Justice sign, all the suits are coming in together. If you want to take a look at the air, the fire, the earth that I already did, this is the air, but you know, and the water that's coming, you know, you're going to see, wow, you're all backing each other up. Like you're strong in unity. You're strong in unity is what the message is, with that as well as with the fire signs, the earth signs, the air, and the water. They're all coming in together. Even backing yourself up, like the emotions are coming next with clearing this out. Thank you for your energy. Fire, water, air signs, because you have the ability to clear the air. You know, with this quarantine, you've been working hard and working hard with a lot of your soulmates too. With communication had to be balanced, and what lessons and what, Ma, you know, you acting this way, Dad, you know, you seen that coming. Come on, sis. You know, however it is, you have the ability to communicate master twins. You know, holding that clarity of sword. You know, the Queen of Swords did come out, but the Queen of Cups did come reverse, you know, in your soulmate of Aquarius. So Aquarius is in your suit of holding it, but you're the Geminis that are bringing the justice in, where the wheels were reversed. Your energy helps us say there's a brighter hope to you. So you're beautiful. You see that? You bring patience into the wheel where some of your family members and or soulmates feel their dreams didn't come true. You give them the hope to keep going. Just want to let you know that, Gemini. All right, here we go. This is ending Gemini, please. We're going to go way into Libra. I know they're long signs, but it's a long reading, but I'm doing 3. All right, guys. Here we go. This is for our lovely Libras. Libra, you know, you have a lot of love that has been cleared out. You know, you have a lot of love around you. We're going to move the Fool energy, take it from there, because they're already moving forward as we see. Learning a lot, which we all are. This is for our lovely Libras. Libras coming into the end of August through this portal door. Sorry about me. That's the way I read them all over the place. But you know what? I get it out. We're doing it since I'm 9, so I like working with my own cards. Here, look, Libra, there's a lot of lessons. Hyphenates coming out with you at Aquarius. Alternate air. Learning something. In an upright. I like it. Here's justice. Here you are, Libra. You're going to come in there right over the door. You know, that balance. Yeah, you were balancing what was held as something that was held, you know, the all-knowing energy. You're very intelligent, okay? But there's something that you might be holding, you know, and it's a balance. Maybe it's with a fire sign, you know, there's something that you already looked at, you know, you found that judgment, you learned that lesson, but you still hold something. You hold a master movement with something that you're holding. Yeah. You have really gained the wisdom to transform something. You used a positive and negative. You used the wisdom of the old knowing. And you balance something in a lesson. And I like it. Yeah, look. You used your judgment coming through this door because you healed a lot. You used your judgment to transform with a Leo as well. You know, Leo is prominent. You learned a lot from to balance your energies from a Leo. Maybe stand up for yourself as well. Yeah, you move forward. There could be a Leo and an Aries involved as well as another Libra. Yeah, look at this. The Hermit. You're not hermiting anymore. You decided to move on something. You know, you would hold in something for a minute with a Leo, but you kind of balance it out because you learned something. So it's either going to let loose. Yeah. You're not going to hold back your movement for a minute. This is what that lesson is. You're not going to reflect the healing that you've learned or balance with a Leo. There's an unknown fear there to face something. There's an unknown fear. Yeah, there's a tower that happened that you hold with a Leo. You think about it. You really want justice. You feel that, you know, there's a lot of things being held back. Yeah, you think there's a lot of sneakiness with a high priestess energy. Could be a Libra and also another Libra yourself. You know, there could be 2 Libras here. Or a Taurus. You feel there could be an Aquarius with a earth sign that you feel is not very nice. It's something that you hold. You know it. You're using your intuition. There's a mother energy around you. Okay, that holds something that may be in your manifestation, trying to balance what you want to balance. Yeah, and you feel it's incomplete. You know, you feel like you couldn't complete a lot of things due to their input. So I don't know what this is about. Yeah, see, you took reins. You said, you're being an emperor. Even if it wasn't complete, you're taking action here. You know, you're not trying to fix a tower moment. You move forward, you found balance, you learned something, but you're also taking action. You're plowing right through negative, right? You're thinking of soulmates. You're thinking of a Gemini. There's an Empress that's plowing right through with communication, with choices. They're upright, too. This could be you as well, Libra, coming in with the justice over your head. Yeah, you're not resistant. There's something you were resistant for a minute, but you looked at it like, wow, in a different form. Yeah, there's a Fool energy moving forward. You're, again, 2 movements, 2 balancings, accepting the healing of a tower. You know, using your judgment to say, okay, something transformed, now let's master move something else. I'm not just going to sit and think, I'm going to use my intuition. Wow. Let's get an energy on that, because that's phenomenal. That's like, you know, the ability to say, okay, hard times went, but what did we learn from them? Where are we going to move? You're not letting someone also hold your judgment anymore. Let's see what this hyphenate energy is first, please, for our lovely Libras. Okay, hold up. Hyphenate energy for Libras, please, spirit guides. Your cards, you're awfully quiet. Hyphen energy for Libra, please, I appreciate it. Hyphen energy for Libra. You learned a lot through children, through an innocence about you. You know, through your children, I feel that. You learned a lot. There's been a balance. You're almost grateful to a Capricorn for moving that way. You didn't think how grateful you would be of a movement that transformed yourself for the wheel to go upwards. I knew that was coming. You're grateful for your children. How freaking beautiful. Ah, look. You trusted your own movement, Leo. Libra. I felt Leo. You trusted your own movement. Look, you're free. There was a Leo around you that was trying to control your wheel. You know, make you resist to certain things that you wanted to do, but you broke free of that. Yeah, you found your own strength. I knew there was a Leo. You broke free from a parent, maybe, or, you know, from something that really was holding you back. You know, it was making you resist. You said, you used your intuition. I like it. You made a transition. You're going to notice a more freer sense of this transition through the 8th portal. You know, in the middle of it, I want to say there's something that, yeah, you're going to feel grateful for your children. You're going to feel more grateful. I feel for children. Look at that. There's such a balance between a Capricorn. You're going to see such a gift given. Yeah. Your spirit guides, you know, you notice something. You just gain gratefulness. I love this, Libra. There's nothing wrong with this reading. It's just absolutely beautiful. It just shows such gratefulness. You know, thank you for letting me even absorb this energy from your reading, Libras. You know, the air signs, you rock as well. You know, even if there was some ups and downs, you know, air has an element to move. We are the gust of the wind, which we are the motion, you know. So I like it. Yeah. Look at that. You had a change of a direction with an earth sign for yourself. Maybe in the past you felt, wow, there was something that you left out, or you felt left out of balance, right? You felt it was with a Capricorn here. You felt like it didn't work. It wasn't together, right? But there has been a healing. Maybe there's an Aquarius over this that's making this resistance. You feel there's an Aquarius that's blocking you. A younger Aquarius, a creative manner, but in this creative manner you found such kindred spirit like children that path became a little different perception. It was more of an understanding of gratefulness. There's a Cancerian around this Aquarius, and this there's a nervousness here. There's a root issue with it, with the child. All right, but there's love to the fullest. Unspoken love, you know, from an Aquarius, from a Scorpio, from yourself, from a Leo. There's unspoken love that just, you know, every time you see this person or you feel their energy, you think about it, your heart warms up. But the surroundings are telling you, could be a Leo, to leave that out. Right? That's complete truth. Could have been a lot of things you learned. You learned to be grateful with that for what the gifts came in, the wishes that your children or whatever they gave you that was so significant that made you feel like you'll love them forever. No, this could be a very strong foundation. Yeah. There was a Leo around there that kind of prevented a movement. They worked hard on that, you know, that movement. They didn't want you to love that. They thought about it, said, no. Leo said, that's not strong. That's not the way you move. Why are you moving this way? That's not a path for you. Come on, honey. You know, sweetness and kindness. But you knew the resistance was there through another party, which kind of made you react in a lot of situations. You didn't know what to do and strategize there. It was a tower moment to you. Over loving, I say. So you felt you couldn't walk away because they help you a lot with the younger children, right? You know, they help you a lot. That Eight of Wands, working on things, they help move things for you, right? So, but they also had a controlling issue in what you really think that you should have, and it caused a Five of Cups emotions with you. You see that? You really want the truth spit out? We'll spit the truth out, right? From the past. Brought a lot of emotional things from the past to you, and you felt like it was unstable because in a way you wanted a home with a Capricorn. There's still an energy of that. That's quite clear, ain't it? You found that clarity. That Aquarius and a Leo and another Libra, or maybe even possibly an Aries, there was a resistance from a Leo to all that, but this is what you wanted quite clear. Now you're confused with this decision and you feel trapped that it won't even exist because there wasn't able to be an expansion because you had to stand up for yourself for what you really wanted and get out of that entrapment in your head. You had to stand up to a mom energy or a higher energy that thought something wasn't unstable, but you thought it was. Feel the opera song is coming in, like let me love him, I love him. You know, there wasn't an equal give and take of what you wanted to work on, and it hurt. So you had to find the courage to say, I don't want to be left without this. I find no benefit without it. This is what I want. You have to gain that energy to speak up to an empress and say, listen, this was your tower, not mine. This is what I want. And I'm sorry that you don't feel that this path is for me, but yes, it is. I'm the emperor of my own path. There's also children around there that you're making decisions, and there's an older grandma, grandfather energy that's getting involved, and you're getting tired of it. You already hold this for a long time, but you're going to find a way to battle that and become your emperor. And you're going to find a way to do what's best for you and your children and or your family. You're losing your patience here. You're reflected long enough with communication. We're still reflecting this, still blocking your heart. What's this opportunity? Should I make a choice? Yes. Yes. You are, Libra. You're going to be the emperor of your own home that hit the floor. You're going to reflect something. You're going to find a way. You're going to come up to this because you're coming up as the Queen of Swords to this younger Leo energy that thought that they could, it's definitely a mother that's is immature. You know what I mean? Like, you can't leave this forest. You can't leave. You can't leave. That type of thing. And you want to turn up the wheel. The wheel's in your favor, Libra. The Leo's got a little karmic down complete for it to try and move to try to hold back. Your path wasn't strong for them. That was a movement that resisted. So then karma hits them. And they're going to notice that they couldn't control your movement and who you loved and who they thought was better suited for you. There's a conflict here. But the one that the other person really doesn't want you to be with is you're so grateful to, because there's been so many good times of playfulness, so many good lessons. The wheel went up for you there, and that Leo didn't like it. They wanted to transform that movement, and they judged you for it. But you find a way to deal with a tower moment, even though that Leo's trying to block your healing, your propelling in future. You know that ain't going to absorb in you. You know that wasn't right. You noticed something. Something you noticed. I love it. And you found gratefulness out of it. You stood up for yourself where you weren't. I told you there was some karma coming to someone here. For what they were working on, you know, there was justice with a Capricorn. You know, maybe didn't find a way right there, you know, but you really wanted to bring it together. You really do. And you still do. Star energy. So you took someone holding your star. It's so cool because you said, you're not going to hold my star. I'm my star. And you found gratefulness in it. You also have Aquarius backing you up and Capricorn. You know, it was incomplete why they thought they could, you know, hold your healing or hold your movement. It was incomplete there. They were a fool with it because they made you resist something that you really wanted, which was that Capricorn, that strength, you know, that equal balance right here, that trust to transition on your own without someone blocking or making you think otherwise. You used your intuition, Libra, and whatever this was holding, this Leo energy here, they're going to have it. They're going to have an incomplete karma, and you're going to heal. And you know it. And you know it. You don't have to be an emperor or empress. It's both of you on board. You both came up right. And you know it. And the lovers. So there's nothing you can't stop you. Nothing is going to stop you at this point. You're going to really work on something that you want. You're going to trust your intuition, and you're going to really be grateful for something that you wanted to do that maybe somebody blocked you. And you noticed this through this portal. You're a force to be reckoned with, Libra. Wow, your energy is fantastic, air signs. It ended at 106. Of course it did. All right, 106 is a 7. You made a choice, and you're bringing it hard. You go, air signs. Take care. 8-8 portal. Here we go. Air signs are coming. Take care.